sweet all up a minute. I think that I'm feeling sick from all this automatic driving to your house. I'm gonna die in LA traffic, watch me crash my fucking car into your couch. Don't wanna finish up this episode before you cut me out.
That's so fucking cause it's dead. Please don't walk cause I'm way down.
I'm still done cause I'm way. You can never take me. I'm just living life, I guess a bottle wouldn't break me. Thinking about 1,000 reasons why you probably hate me. And if you pull up, I'll be your biggest fan, shoulda, coulda. I'm thinking about the past and if I woulda even stood a chance when your foot was on my dash. No, it only made me crash, I know I shoulda. And be your biggest fan, shoulda, coulda. I'm thinking about the past and if I woulda even stood a chance, then I know I shouldn't ask, but I really want you bad now. I've been thinking about topics to talk about, I sort it out and make it right in my head. Now that it's been
Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. This week is really busy, and it kind of already has been, but I thought I would jump on to start another vlog because I know that there's going to be a lot going on that I'm going to want to film and vlog, but I don't know like how much time I'm going to have like in between these things going on. But I thought maybe if I start some books, it will motivate me more to pick up my phone or pick up my camera and vlog a little bit in between the bigger, I guess, events going on. So it is 2 weeks until school starts. So these next 2 weeks until school starts are just going to be really busy. We've been ordering clothes for back to school, ordering all the boys' supplies for back to school, backpacks, getting all that stuff together, and we're going to be finding out the boys' teachers, which hopefully are who we think they're going to be. So I thought this would be the perfect time to also look back at our summer bucket list and see what we have not like X'd off and do that. So last night we tie-dyed shirts, which was on my like one of my picks for the summer. And so we were able to scratch that off the list. We had a lot of fun with it. The boys did a great job with it. After the one shirt, they were kind of like done, you know, but they also didn't really like the fact that we had to wait like overnight and let the dye like really sit in with the shirts, but it was a lot of fun. Roman did kind of like a bullseye almost, but he wanted to add like every color to it. And then Axel's is kind of like a crumpled type of look, and he wanted orange and we didn't have it, so we mixed yellow and pink. And yeah, I'm excited to see how they turned out. I have them washing, so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see them today or even tomorrow. But we have other plans this week to hang out with friends, and yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of fun. But I was like, what do I want to read this week? And I thought it would be a perfect time to finally do This Delicious Death, because this is due back at my library very soon. So I have started it, and I also have the audiobook, so I've kind of been like listening to. I started it last night, you guys, and I like left a message on my phone that said Jennifer's body at Coachella. I was very tired and kind of out of it, but that was kind of like the thoughts I was getting with this and the vibes I was getting with this book. So it follows 4 girls. They are going to like this music festival together, so they're all traveling, but at the beginning of each chapter we kind of get a little bit of a flashback to when their world kind of went under a pandemic of sorts, but it was kind of like an apocalypse. They like certain humans were getting this like deadly infection, and instead of dying from it, they were coming back as ghouls, pretty much. And it's called, like, ours is COVID, theirs was called the Hollowing. And it's when a bunch of the population turned into hollows or ghouls. And so it's really cool, but the fact that they're, like, going to a music festival like Coachella, and they're, like, you know, it keeps talking about, like, these different attacks that does really seem like Jennifer from Jennifer's Body was a cool like little twist on it. Definitely not just like that. It definitely is very different, but I'm seeing a lot of takes on a lot of different things, I guess. It's kind of reminding me of Will Smith's I Am Legend. It's kind of reminding me of that, but it's weird because like it's like they lose themselves when they feed, kind of like Twilight. But at the same time, they are back to just kind of like their human self any other time. And so it's kind of tackling a lot of those stereotypes as well, and like how accepting their families are of them and how unaccepting people are of them. And yeah, a really packed full book, but it's YA. It's reading really quick, especially with the audiobook as well. But I will check back in with you guys whenever I get closer to finishing this. I'm a little over halfway. And this is my first book by Kayla Cottingham, but I heard amazing things, so I'm excited to see where it goes and maybe pick up some more of hers. But I think the TBR this week is going to be YA, because I was trying to go through my TBR and I was like, a lot of these books are just not meshing together like I need them to right now. But my friend also lent me a couple of books, and I believe they're both YA. So I was like, perfect. I'll read those, and I'll read this one this week and see what I think. And tackle some bucket list things before school starts. I'm really dreading it. This week I'm also getting ready for Roman's birthday. He's turning 10. So you guys will see a little bit of that as well in this vlog, as well as other things on our summer bucket list.
Thinking that you always had a place in mind. Is this what I had in mind? Guess that I found my pit. God, I hope you take me. I'm just living life, I guess a bottle wouldn't break me. Thinking about 1,000 reasons why you probably hate me. And if you pull up, I'll be your biggest fan, Shouldacoulda. I'm thinking about the past and if I would have.
Don't fake up for Dorothy. Dorothy did not fake up. Not fake up.
Okay, I'm not sure where I left you guys off last. It may have been a minute. There's been so much going on. This week is like hectic, busy, and I'm trying to fit like reading in on top of that, and it's very chaotic. We are like scratching off bucket list things, and then on top of that, James, my husband, is a teacher, so he has his open house with his students this week one day, and then both of my kids are like, one's at an elementary school, one's at a middle school. They both have different days are their open house. So like every day this week is just super busy. So I'm just going to like cut in here and there. But that's pretty much what this is a very back to school, end of summer type vlog. So bear with me. But because of that, I feel like I've had little time to sit down and edit or literally do anything this week because I'm focusing so much time on them and other things that we have to do outside of the house. So I finished, what did I finish? This Delicious Death, I think is what it's called. That was the one where I was so tired and I was like, Jennifer's Body at Coachella. I did finish it. I gave it, I think 4 stars is where I'm landing. I'm kind of like second guessing myself if it's 3 or 4. I felt like it was a fun ride, so I feel like I would give it a 4. I know I wouldn't give it a 5 because I don't think it was anything like super unique, top tier, or something that I would personally feel like I had to read again. I think writing style was fun, very, very YA, while also still having gruesome bits. I think if anything, so far what I've learned from this experience this week of reading YA again, since it's been so long, between finishing that book and talking about the books I'm about to talk about, is I really wish there was more of this whenever I was a teenager. I felt like there was some really good ones, but maybe it was just the fact that like I wasn't really, I feel like I worded that wrong. Like I wish that I would have found books like that. I guess, where I found some that I feel like are similar, but like I wish that I would have stumbled across some books kind of like this more in my teen days, because I would have ate them up, where now I feel like I've read so much, especially like a lot of, well, that one was horror. I've read so much adult horror and things that are much grisly and gruesome, and it doesn't really touch that. But I have to keep in mind that it is YA, but I do feel like at the same time, there is still those elements in the book that still make it a really good time, and still horror enough and gruesome at times. But I think I've mentioned a lot of this, but we follow the 4 girls and things start going a little bit wild at this like festival, and the whole area in like town has been put on shutdown because apparently there is another virus leak. And I mentioned how the past virus turned a bunch of the population into ghouls, or hollows, and the hollowing. So now it's kind of like they're fearing that this is like the second hollowing, and they're getting turned into like, kept like thinking of like the, what is that called? Wendigos from Until Dawn, that video game. Wendigos. Like that's what I kept picturing. I'm like, they go from like their ghoul-like human form to like a full Wendigo. That's what I just kept feeling. But what I have to say about the book is I feel like it was an adventure, it was fun, it was a thrill, you know, there was like some gruesome moments and, you know, scary moments or whatever, but I feel like more than anything, I just kept feeling like it was a jumble of things mixed. I referenced Jennifer's body being like, they're turning into something that feeds on humans, and they're like throwing up like this like black ooze when they start like becoming this thing. So it's very related to that. But I also felt like throughout it, there was just like so many like references that I had from other books or movies that I just felt like it was almost like this author grabbed things from like their favorite movies and put it all together in one. And maybe that is the case, but again, I think it was an enjoyment to read, but it just, I guess, didn't hit all the way for me. But with that being said, I am left wondering what to read next. And I've done this in the past where this has really helped me out. I know what I'm reading this week, and it's not any certain genre per se, but just YA. And I told you guys I had some other options. So my lovely friend, loaned me a couple of her books that are both, come to find out, listed as YA, at least on Goodreads. So we have from E. Lockhart, We Were Liars. And I did see that I think there's a sequel of this as well. And then Survive the Night by Danielle Vega. And then on my Kindle, I have one of my NetGalley reads that I really need to get done. And it is called Girls of Little Hope. So I thought I would give you guys a brief synopsis of the 3 of these, and then kind of elaborate on them, because what I decided to do was read the first chapter of each of these to determine which one I'm going to read next. And I just always have so much fun doing that, and it's been a minute since I've done it, so I thought, why not? So Survive the Night, it says, just back from rehab, Casey regrets letting her friends Shanna, I think is how you say that, Julie and Aya, talk her into coming to survive the night. An all-night underground rave in New York City subway tunnel, surrounded by frightening drugs, menacing strangers, Casey doesn't think Survive the Night could get any worse, until she comes across Julie's mutilated body and a dank black subway tunnel, red-eyed rats nibbling on her fingers. Casey thought she was just off with some guy. No one could hear her getting torn apart over the sound of pulsing music. And by the time they get back to the party, everyone is gone. Desperate for help, Casey and her friends find themselves running through a putrid subway tunnels, searching for a way out, but every manhole is sealed shut, and every noise echoes eerily in the dark, reminding them they are not alone. They're being hunted, trapped underground with someone or something out to get them. Casey can't help but listen to Aya's terrified refrain, "We're all gonna die down here." So this one although it sounds exciting and thrilling, I think my only concern going into this one is the fact that like it's so familiar from the last one. This one is like a club rave, but the last one was like a music festival. So I almost feel like we're gonna have kind of like a lot of the same elements going on, with a tight, knit group and whatever. This one was, I think, about 20 pages for the first chapter, and it's just kind of introducing the character, how Casey has just gotten out of this like rehab, and kind of talking about like why she was there in the first place, how she is now back, but her parents are very guarded of her. Her dad's dropping her off at a friend's house, but it's like she's explaining how like these are no longer really like her friends. She feels like a different person since her rehab experience, and these are the people that her parents want her to be in, like the circle, the popular circle they want her to be with. And then while she is there, they're all out on the front porch, and the girls that she has met through like rehab pull up, and like one of them's smoking a joint in the backseat, and like they're questioned like, are they drunk? And they're just kind of like, come on, like, are you coming with us or what? So it kind of looks like a bad crew for Casey, and of course like her uptight, judgy friends are gonna be like, really, you're gonna leave us for them? And she does, and that's kind of where we let off. So they haven't made it to New York to this rave yet. I'm assuming that's where it's gradually like leading up to. So I'm still excited to see where it goes. I don't really know what to expect with this. I am gonna pull it up on Goodreads real quick and see if it is, I think I seen that it was horror. But I don't know, like, okay, they find the friend, but is this going to be like a murderer on the loose, or is it, YA, horror, thriller, mystery, paranormal? See, that's what I was wondering. Like, I'm like, is it going to be like a murderer? Is it going to be sci-fi, like a virus or like something like that going on again? Or is it going to be like a spooky element? So I'm excited to see where it goes. Average rating is a little over a 3, so we'll see about that. I am seeing a lot of lower reviews as far as Goodreads goes, but yeah, the average is, or the most is in the 3-star range. So again, I am definitely intrigued to see like what is going to be the reason why they get locked down, I guess, like in the subway tunnels, or like what killed the friend. But again, I think it's so like from the last book I read, so similar that I'm kind of just like, I don't know if this one is the next one for me. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I'm gonna look this up, but I believe this one was thriller YA. Let's see. I'm kind of seeing mixed reviews on this one too, so I'm a little nervous. This one is contemporary, mystery, fiction, romance, thriller, but it is young adult. We'll see where that goes. I'm just gonna read like the little back like blurb thing. It says, if anyone asks you how it ends, just lie. We are Sinclairs. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. And what I've seen, I think, in this book, I've seen that, and then yeah, so the very first chapter, and I guess I could have read more, but the very first chapter is literally just this first page. The chapters seem to be very short, but it literally is, welcome to the beautiful Sinclair family. No one is a criminal. No one is an addict. No one is a failure. The Sinclairs are athletic, tall, and handsome. We are old money Democrats. Our smiles are wide, our chins square, and our tennis serves aggressive. So it just talks about like how perfect their image is, but then slowly goes into like, doesn't matter like if we have this baggage, or if we are in debt, or if we have this and this and this. It's just constantly like they have to be the picture perfect family. So I definitely am intrigued, but I feel like I didn't really get enough from like this first page to really like, I don't know, like intrigue me enough. I still am intrigued, but I'm like, what? I don't know. I think blurbs like this sometimes work really well to just keep it very short and sweet, and I like that because they're not giving too much of the book away, but I still feel like there's something missing that I need to know to grab my attention a little bit more to want to read it, I guess. But again, I'm not going to judge it off that. I can say I appreciate that we have a map I love that. This is the Beechwood Island in Massachusetts, and it just kind of has the Sinclairs, I guess, like cabin, and then there's a boathouse, staff dock, staff building, the Eastmans, the Sheffields, the Dennises. So yeah, family dock. We'll see how that goes. Moving on to my NetGalley, Girls of Little Hope. This one's by Sam Bessinger and Del Haverson, or Halverson, I think is correct. This is horror, young adult, thriller, mystery fiction, and I'm seeing actually really good reviews on this. There's no 1 stars. Now, I do think that this is a little bit more of like an indie book. I don't really know how to put that in book words. I just think of like indie makeup brands, like the smaller guys, you know? So I don't think this book has been pushed as much as like maybe the other two. I could be wrong. But from the looks of it, there is only 147 reviews of this, or ratings. There's 65 reviews, but the average is 4 stars. So I'm intrigued. So I read the first chapter of this, and it was longer, I think, than both of these. Definitely We Were Liars, but I think it was longer than even the other one as well. And it was very intriguing. It starts off with these 2 girls that, well, I guess I could read the synopsis. So 3 girls went into the woods, only 2 came back. It's giving me What Lies in the Woods vibes, and I'm wondering like how much of them are going to be similar. I loved that. You guys can check out my video that I did, or maybe it was just a vlog where I read that and I talk a little bit more about like my thoughts there, or maybe I did I don't even know anymore. It might have been a book wrap up. Anyways, it's giving me that vibe for sure, but only 2 come back covered in blood and with no memory of what happened, or did they? Very much What Lies in the Woods vibe. Being 15 is tougher when you live in a boring ass small town like Little Hope, California, population 8,302, in 1996. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't actually know that we were in 1996 when I was reading this. Donna, Ray, and Kat keep each other sane with their fervor of teen girl friendships, zen-making, and some amateur sleuthing into the town's most enduring mysteries. A lost gold mine, and why little Ronnie Gaskins burned his parents alive a decade ago. Their hunt will lead them to a hidden cave from which only 2 of them return alive. Donna, the troublemaker, can't remember anything. Ray seems to be trying to escape her memories of what happened, while her close-minded religious family presses her for answers. And Kat, sweet wannabe writer Kat, who rebelled against her mom's beauty pageant dreams by getting fat, she's missing, dead, or terribly traumatized, out there in the woods alone. As the police circle and Kat's frantic mother Mary Beth start doing some investigating of her own, Ray and Donna will have to return to the cave where they discover a secret so shattering that no one will encounter it will ever be the same. I'm even more intrigued after reading the synopsis, you guys. But I did read the first chapter of this, obviously, before reading the synopsis, because I didn't know it was actually on here. But this is starting out with the girls just being found, the 2 of them. And actually in this first chapter, we don't learn until the very end of the chapter that there was 3 girls in the woods, and that's when they kind of are asking like, where is your friend Kat at? So that was really cool that I didn't really know that with the synopsis when I first read that. Sorry to you guys if you guys pick it up. Leave it to my camera to always cut off me. But yeah, sorry to you guys if you guys wanted that to not be told to you before reading this, but it was kind of cool experiencing that and being like, oh, there was a 3rd girl. Anyways, so they're at the medical examination room at the Little Hope Police Department. I know that because they repeat that phrase like 50,000 times in the first chapter, which at one point it's kind of like, okay, but at the second point it's kind of like really cool because the way that they tie it in is really I don't know, it's like kind of like sinister almost, like you really feel like you're there, and it's almost like the girls are just like going like mad, sitting there and thinking like, yeah, and then like repeating over and over again where they're at. But it's kind of like taking place in one of them, like just going through the motions of being cleaned off by the examiner, and like they're having the photos taken and like, you know, like the swabs and all of that done, and getting like a full examination just to make sure, like, because they don't remember what happened to them. One of the girls that we're kind of getting her point of view, she is not talking at all, and the like one sentence she does say is just kind of like gibberish, and then the other girl is just like she can't stop smiling. She's smiling so big, like she's just in such a shock. So it's a very eerie, odd chapter. I was so sucked in by this that I think this one has to be my next read, so I am going to continue reading it. I feel like by ranking these, I don't know, I was kind of hoping that I could be like, I'm gonna read this one, and then I'm gonna read this one, and this, you know, like tell you guys, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish this one and see where it goes, and if it seems like it's going to be too similar to one of these, low battery. If it's going to be too similar to one of these, I will probably just pick the other one that's not as similar, but I want to try to get through all of these this week, so I will be back. I don't think I have an audiobook for any of these, so it's going to be quite the physical read book week for me. But that is okay. I am glad to take you guys along with me, and I will check back in. If you guys have read any of these, please let me know what you guys were thinking reading these, or which ones were your favorite. But yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get to all of them this week and check in with you guys as I do, or maybe even come back next week with them. We will see.
Silence between words, I try to tie in a text and a call and a driving on top of it all. You were right, I was wrong, you were right. Maybe I'm tired, I've been putting on my knees. Should've came around to some text and call you tomorrow. We can talk through it all. Pick me up and fall, pick me up. Sorry about that text you got, I didn't ever mean to send it. So you got me in my feelings, also fuck autocorrect. And I've been doing fine, except the stabbing pain up in my chest. And I'm stuttering, okay, I'm done. But now you're gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleeds. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Summer days, don't miss your taste. Out in the crawl space, wanna break, still see your face. I just don't wanna be a missing case. Walk in your place, keep up in my pace. Stay awake, stay awake. That's what they all say.
I'm shot, really hard. What you wanna scream about? Iced out, metaphor, cause you wanna bite back. Know you got it in me, but my comments on the side that.
What you wanna talk about?
What you tryna get at?
Big girl on the boat, miss my RT. Hit 'em all like a joke, man, it's all I fear. Catch 'em all, fuck 'em all, it's a bright idea. Never heard a ringtone, but now you're gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleed. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Gone again. I'll take all your issues, you can have my friends. I don't miss seeing or miss you on my phone screen. Now I save the tissues that you bought me from a nosebleed. I don't think about you, but it don't sleep. Summer days I don't miss your taste, but summer nights fall on my faces. I go hold out all the chase. I get away without a heartbreak. You in the city, you're out of state. Chase you from out, but can't keep up pace. I left your backpack with your phone on the staircase. stop staring, be quiet. Look at me, there I go, choking on my silence. And I don't think you want me cause I wanna keep it private. And I don't think you know me if you're not one of my 5 friends. But it's my own fault, I can't give in. I have to go, stuck up on the top floor. Interest in my grab though, too many kind foes. The reason I struggle because I'm fucking shy. I never wanna show my face sometimes. And I got trouble looking people in the eye. Cause when I do I just forget off. And when I do it I'ma feel like I'm
Alright, let's see.
Dude.
You got thick Rocky. You got thick Rocky with his Rocky Road ice cream. Huh?
All right,
see.
next one. I'm doing the next one, Mom.
Dude, this is Russian girl.
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
I have to connect him together.
Is that one of the Among Us?
Yeah. Plus, there's another one. Okay.
Let's see what color this one
that
is.
thick is just like Among Us.
Yeah, well, you have to build it.
You want to see what color this one is?
Hold on, after I build my first and amazing.
Oh, just a bone.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could play Among Us as Saxo leaders.
There's a sneak peek of what's in that one.
I prefer to stay inside with the lights off. Text before you call me because otherwise I might fall through any social. But I had it so well, the crowd's getting loud. I'm a vibe in the stairwell. Cause it's
Birthday?
my own fault, I can't give in. I have to go, stuck up on the top floor. Apologize, cause my goodbyes. Let's reschedule when I'm not shy. And I don't wanna show my face sometimes. And I got trouble looking people in the eye. Cause when I do I just forget, oh. And when I do it I'ma feel like I'ma die.
Remember Lori?
Yeah, the one with the blonde hair. She's the oldest child, right? Oh, okay. I'm gonna make a sand ball.
Oh, there's a turtle.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a shovel. I wish there was more sea animals, like a lobster. Wow.
My turtle.
Look what I made. I made a sand ball.
Roman's flag. I can't see it. Your hand's in the way. With his lucky number 352.
Oh, and watch this.
Okay, I'm watching.
Windstorm. Ah, windstorm.
It was quite the long weekend. We had Roman's party this weekend, and then yesterday was his actual birthday, so I did just kind of take some time away from vlogging or like continuing this vlog, but I did get some reading done like in the evenings or in like the morning times when I had a little bit of me time. And I did wrap up 2 of the books. So the first one being Girls of Little Hope. And this one ended up being a 4-star for me. I don't think I could give it a full 5-star, but I can give it 4 stars because it's YA, it disturbed me, and I just had a great time with it. I didn't really know what to expect going into it with like the sci-fi element, but I just feel like it all pulled together in a way that was so entertaining. And I think my biggest critique would just be that I just feel like it was maybe a tad too long. This book, at least the Kindle edition, is over 400 pages. And I just felt like it didn't need to be that drawn out. But I really can appreciate the points of views we got. It kind of bounced around from the girls to also the mother of the missing child that's still like missing. And it was entertaining. I liked where the story and like the whole plot kind of went. And I also liked all of like the twists and reveals throughout. It was just a really good time. It kept me really intrigued and interested. I think it was only when I hit about the 75% mark, I think I went through a little bit of a period of being like, I feel like this book could be wrapped up by now. But I was still having a good time. So it is a 4 for me. I feel like if you like like a not really like adventure as in fantasy, but like you like the adventure of, it just being fast paced and, something constantly going on or different reveals coming into play and it's just like nonstop go, go, go. I think you'll like this because it keeps jumping point of view. So there's not really like a rest time. But it definitely will keep you like second guessing and like that it is very much so mystery suspense kind of like building up to where you're constantly guessing and trying to figure out the mystery before you do. But it was really entertaining. Definitely has a lot of the same vibes as What Lies in the Woods, but they're complete different stories. I feel like you just kind of have the same concept with the 3 girls going into the woods and only, 2 coming out, but definitely complete different vibes when it comes to where the story actually goes, where it takes you. The next one I read was Survive the Night. I have mixed feelings on this one. I think I'm landing at a 3. I was entertained as well, but I felt like this one was just written a little bit more YA for my liking to where I feel like it was a good book, but it just wasn't really, I guess, my style of writing that I tend to pick up or that I would be able to read now as an adult. I have seen a continuation of these horror YAs being entertaining and like still just kind of like wishing that I had that when I was younger because I think that as a teenager I would have ate these books up. I would have absolutely loved them. But now that I'm older, I don't know. I feel like there's just something missing from YA horror plots that I'm needing. But it definitely isn't the gore. The gore is definitely there. And I'm not really one that has to have like any type of like full-on romance and horror or anything like that. So I don't really know what it is, but there's just a missing piece there. The biggest thing with this book that I think actually docks off 2 stars for me is how the ending wraps up. And I don't really want to spoil anything for you. If you have read it, I just kind of wish it was almost the opposite of what did happen. And maybe that is like my messed up mind or me just wanting something more messed up or I don't know. The last 25% I feel like was very, very rushed as well. And I feel like she actually spent a little too long kind of character building and getting to that point to where then it feels like it was just so rushed. And I don't know. I feel like I would have kind of liked a different outcome. Well, I definitely would have liked a different outcome, but I think I would have really liked the reveals and what was actually happening to also be different. I just don't think all of the elements of the story really worked amazingly for me. But I look like a hot mess. I'm tired, if you couldn't tell, the bags under my eyes. I got one more book to go. It's going to be another busy week because the kids are going back to school. I cannot believe it. We had their open houses, met their teachers. It went really well, and they're both excited. They're both in new buildings for them this year. So Roman's moving out of his elementary building. Axel's going into that same elementary building, and then Roman's going to the middle school. So, another school year starting. It is very bittersweet, but I think for now, for the most part, we have finished out our bucket list, and kind of just trying to chill as much as possible with also just getting everything ready for school. But I definitely wanted to feature Roman's birthday and also them going back to school in this vlog because a lot of my upcoming content is very just bookish, not really involving a lot, I feel like, of what I have planned as far as like family and like different things like that. So this is kind of like the last hoorah of the summer and of just kind of like regular vlogs like this. So I definitely like having these special moments in my vlogs to look back on. So I hope you don't mind. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys there and probably be back within the next couple of days. I am currently making some dinner. Excited to finish the last book for this video.
I wanna do it, I'ma feel like I'ma die. When I'm dead and gone, I hope you're there to share my story. If you hear this song, no, it's not you, it's me, I'm sorry. I don't wanna be the reason why you make this little lie. What's the point of having pointless conversations for one night? Cause I'm shy, I never wanna show my face sometimes. And I got trouble looking people in the eye. Cause when I do I just forget I wanna do it, I'ma feel like I'ma die. I never wanna show my face sometimes. And I got trouble looking people in the eye. Cause when I do I just forget and when I do it, I'ma feel like I'ma die.
The tooth fairy came. Can I see your tooth? Your first tooth. Now you have room for your grown-up tooth to come in. You're so cute. Are you excited that the tooth fairy came? What are you going to get with your money?
I might be able to buy stuff.
Yeah, maybe we can get something, a Lanky Box something.
Yes. Lanky Box plushies. See? What's I get?
You got to open it.
Oh, vanilla? I gotta open it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's stuck in a hair.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Boxy or something. Yeah, that definitely looks like Boxy. Yes, there's a picture in here. Dude, there's a picture of Adam and Justin in there. This Roblox fan look Lanky Box, hey Lanky Box skins. Dude, I see eyes. I see the eyes of it. Ah, God, get it out! I get frustrated. I get frustrated.
It's a good word to use, Bob.
Oh my God, it's stuck. It's stuck.
You want me to help you? Is this the most flattering angle ever? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. So it has been busy. Every single clip I think I've started with, it's been busy. So today was the boys' today's the second day or third day of school. I don't know what day it is anymore. So things have been, ow, just burnt my ear. Things have been a little iffy. But the boys are, just taking on the week like absolute champs. And I, on the other hand, have not, because I have not ended this vlog or told you guys my thoughts on We Were Liars. So that is what I'm doing today. I think my last, like, check-in was the day that Axel lost his first tooth. And then the next day we, of course, had to celebrate by going and he picked out a mystery thing from Lanky Box at Walmart. And I have not been in a Walmart in like 3 years. So for him, broke my record and went into Walmart to get Lanky Box. But I have finished We Were Liars. I have finished other books since then too. But since We Were Liars was very different than what I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I felt like I really liked it, but then at the same time, I feel like I have critiques that I think I'm landing at a 3 with it, as well as Survive the Night? Yeah, Survive the Night. It's not that it's a bad book. It's really not. I can understand why there's the hype. I feel like maybe like around the time it came out, I would have thought a little differently because I would have been younger as well. But I can definitely get the same vibes from it. Not because the story is alike, but just because I can understand why people would kind of like freak out over it, just the same way as people freaked out over Gone Girl. Because at the time, like, I just feel like we weren't really expecting those types of reveals and like plot twist or whatever. So it definitely is one of those that's going to make you be like, oh my God, you know? But I don't know. At the same time, I felt like maybe if it was back when it came out, I wouldn't have gotten it or guessed it. But to an extent, I did guess what was going to happen. Just not, I can't say it because I'll give it away. Just not fully what happened. Or maybe, I feel like the best way I can describe it is I guessed the reveal correctly, just not to the extent that it was, if that makes any type of sense. Maybe if you've read it. But, again, it wasn't a bad book. I just think throughout it, there was so much like lingering, and I would just kept thinking like, okay, what is going on? Like, you're gonna have to give me more. What is going on? I felt like there was just parts that I personally felt like were kind of pointless, and I get that they're trying to like lead you on, so by the time you get to the reveal, you're kind of like, finally, you know? But I kind of wish that we would have gotten, you know, little pieces here and there, or maybe even some different reveals to kind of like fill in for that timeline that we just, I don't know. I mean, stuff was happening, but was it? I don't know. I was just kind of, I was bored with part of it. And it was kind of sad because I felt like the writing was fun and I didn't mind it, especially for being YA. And I thought it was really cute. And it was kind of giving me a younger version of, oh, what is it called? I just read it recently where the girl goes back to like the lake house or whatever. I think it's like Every Summer After or something like that. It was giving me those vibes to an extent with, you know, the main character and like her like somewhat love interest, but their kids growing up together. It was giving me those vibes since they're like by water and stuff. So it was really cute, but ultimately I just feel like it was maybe a little too YA for me, for how much, like, time I feel like I sat asking for more from the book to then getting the reveal I did that I was already kind of guessing. It just kind of fell a little flat for me. But, again, I think for its time, it definitely is like a Gone Girl book where it probably did blow so many minds, especially young adult and teenage, you know, minds. So I can appreciate it for that and being something that's different, but yeah, a nice little thriller moment, I guess, if you will. But yeah, I'm doing my hair, I'm getting ready, but I'm ending the vlog here because I just wanted to inform you guys on my last book that I'm reading for this, and yeah, I'm sure I'll see you guys in another vlog very soon, or just another video. I feel like you guys, now that the school year has started, you guys will get just more videos versus vlogs, which I'm okay with. But I am going to end this vlog out by showing you guys the boys. My oldest, Roman, my baby, he got his first skincare regimen. And we also did their handprints on their t-shirts like we do every year. And yeah, all of that, got their first day outfits and, you know, pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely will share some of that with you guys to wrap up this vlog. And from there, we're probably going to be jumping into just like a bunch of like more spooky season fall things, because I am so ready for fall. But thank you guys for watching another vlog. I really appreciate it and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you read YA, or maybe there's some books that you can recommend me that's YA that you think I would enjoy, being somebody who doesn't typically enjoy reading it anymore, or doesn't really give it 5 stars, I guess. But yeah, let me know. Thank you for watching.
I'm still done cause I'm way. You can never take me. I'm just living life, I guess a bottle wouldn't break me. Thinking about 1,000 reasons why you probably hate me. And if you pull up, I'll be your biggest fan, shoulda, coulda. I'm thinking about the past and if I would've even stood a chance when your foot was on my dash. No, it only made me crash. I know I shoulda. And be your biggest fan, shoulda, coulda. I'm thinking about the past and if I would've even stood a chance, then I know I shouldn't ask, but I really want you bad now. I've been thinking about topics to talk about. I sorted out to make it right in my head. Now that it's been longer, know that I was wrong for thinking that you always had a place in mind. Is this what I had in mind?
25 million missed calls, my hands are shaking with chills. I
Guess that I found my pit. God, I hope you take me. I'm just living life, I guess a bottle wouldn't break me. Thinking about 1,000 reasons why you probably hate me. And if you